Y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I've been MIA for such a long time. I'm sorry about that. All right, so moving on. I am reviewing, this is going to be a first impression because I have never tried this before, the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Serum Tint. Now, this is in shade 2 to 3 Light Pale. I'm not really sure that I would have chose that color for me, but it was kind of slim pickings. And then the L'Oreal Lumi, the Glotion, which I think is more of like a highlight tint kind of thing. All right, so I prefer to use a beauty blender to just put on any kind of foundation, besides obviously powder. If it's not a finishing powder, I don't use a beauty blender. I just use a brush. But on that note, I don't really typically use a powder foundation. I just don't think it looks good on mature skin. I think it settles in fine lines and wrinkles. So I tend to steer away from powder foundation. So this will be a test because I have pretty much oily combination skin. Now, I do have kind of like dry patches due to the fact that I do use, so I use retinols and retinoids on my face, which causes me to have dry, patchy skin. But on that note, I also have always had oily skin. So I'm really curious to see how this actually works out with my face, being that it's a serum and it's not necessarily like, you know, a foundation that is catered to oily skin. So let's give it a try. I've seen a lot of people actually just drop it on their face. So I'm going to try my best. Well, not a whole lot is coming out. Hold on. All right. Let's start with that. Even it out. It is a very runny, hence the serum. FYI, I do not have anything on my face at all. I did put on a moisturizer on earlier, but I did have to wipe my face down because I sprayed myself with water when I was trying to do my hair. And I did wipe down my face. So technically, I really don't have anything on my face. And this is a TikTok viral thing right now, this foundation. So I'm really curious to see how it works on mature. Okay, I say mature, but like really, I'm 37. I'm about to be 38 in about a month. And I do have fine lines and I do have large pores. So I'm really curious to see how this foundation looks on that kind of skin, because all these girls on TikTok are putting it on and they have baby skin, FYI. So you have to kind of look at that when you're seeing somebody try a foundation and they're like, oh my God, it's like so amazing. Yeah, you have baby skin. Of course it's gonna look amazing. Try it on mature, porous skin that foundation just really doesn't look good on, and we'll talk. All right. So let's see what it looks like. So that is, I would say that wasn't a whole lot of product that I put on my face. And it looks just like a very natural, probably like more of like a tinted moisturizer, BB cream / kind of deal that I would typically use. And if you don't know me by now on this channel, I always mix my foundation with a BB cream. If it's not a tinted moisturizer, it's a BB cream, a CC cream. It's going to be mixed with something, because I found that as soon as I started doing that, my foundation started just putting it on was just way better. The application and just how it just sat on my face was just way better. Just the look of it. I think I pretty much blended it all out, and I would say that this is pretty much a natural look. so far. I don't think it's as glowy as I've seen on TikTok. I will say that. I thought it was going to look a little bit more like, not shiny, but just more radiant. So I do want to add a little bit more just to see how much coverage it's going to give me. Because I would say it's pretty much a sheer coverage as of right now. I wouldn't say if I do have one blemish on my face as of right now. And I would say that it's this baby right here. It's trying to go away. But as you can see, you can still see it. So I'm going to add a little bit more just to see if it helps with a little bit more coverage. And I'm going to get it right here. I typically hormonally get acne on or around my chin area. So I would say that that's why it's there, and it is currently trying to go away if I would stop messing with it. All right. So what do you think? I mean, it kind of still just looks like my skin, which is awesome. But let me look in the mirror behind me, or behind the camera. And it is a really, really pretty finish. Now, just for filming purposes, I'm going to see how much more I can add to see if it actually builds. Come on, drop. Way too much. Way too much. All right. Well, we'll see if it builds heavier. This is way too much. I would never put this much on just for a random day. But if you were going out, I'm kind of curious to see how much you could put on and it be full coverage. Oh, and FYI, the color totally worked. I would have never picked this color, but it totally blends really, really well. Now I'm starting to see where the little shininess looks. All right. Now I am going to set it just a little bit with setting powder. All right, I'm going to use the e.l.f. HD powder to set it and see how that looks. Because I'm starting to look a little shiny underneath my eyes and right here. But I will say, looking in the mirror behind the camera, it still is a very beautiful, beautiful looking finish. I'm very impressed. I really did not think that this was going to work on my face. But me having to set this is not that big of an ordeal, so. And I'm going to set a little bit on my chin. Okay. All right, so now that I've set that, I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula bronzer. I love the way this stuff smells. And I just like to do the bridge of my nose and across. And obviously my forehead. And underneath. So there is my bronzer. Next, I'm going to do just a tiny bit of, this is my Tarte. I'm almost out. It's the Tarte Party. it's Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. It's probably one of my favorite blushes that I've ever used in life. I really, really love it. And I don't typically use a beauty blender to put on my blush, but today, since I didn't grab my my brush, I'm gonna use a beauty blender. And so now I'm gonna try the Lumi Glotion, which I think is more of like a highlighter slash, this is the way that it looks. And where I normally put highlighter is, I'll put it on my brow bone. A dot on my nose, and right here on the high parts of my cheek. Might be a little bit too much on my nose. All right, now I know that I've been doing a bunch of TikToks on just different stuff, and I tried to do a TikTok the other day on mascaras, and I did try. This one is by Bite, and I tried this mascara, and I could not believe how big my eyelashes got. So I always use an eyelash primer, because if you can see, I really don't have big eyelashes or long eyelashes. I have hairs there, it's just not long and full. So and I can't stand wearing fake eyelashes. I feel like they weigh my eyelashes down. I feel like I'm wearing 100-pound eyelashes. So I kind of let that dry just for a second. And then I'll put this on. You're going to see a white cast at first. Don't be afraid of that with eyelash primer. It's going to go away. And this is the Bite. I got this in my Beauty Insider points. This brush is freaking fat. You see that? That says a lot. But look at that. Look at the difference. I mean, but I think the lash primer helps. All right, now to the other side. This is the Lancome one, by the way. But my all-time favorite lash primer, if you must know, is the Marc Jacobs one. But Sephora stopped selling it, of course. So I had to go with this one, which they told me was the next best thing, and I don't think so. I think that the Marc Jacobs one is that much better. But I'm using this one, so oh well. I will have to find where I can get the Marc Jacobs one soon. Oh no, I got mascara on top. So next I'm going to use the Naked palette, the basics, to do my eyebrows. And I just really do this just to have it darker, because as you can see, my eyebrows are blonde, and hence my blonde hair. I know my blonde hair is kind of fake. I mean, my blonde hair wouldn't be this blonde, but I am a blonde. So I have to darken this up, because if not, it'll look like I have no eyebrows. And I'm using the shade Cover from that palette. It's called Cover. Do you see the difference? I mean, just one side just looks more predominant and the other side kind of looks like, do you have hairs? And I'm just following my natural hairline. I'm not making a new hairline. Some people do that. They're like, I truly don't have hair there, but I'm going to create one. And so, there you have it. Now, this is one of my favorite. Now, I've tried some lip liners in the past, but the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, oh my God. It's my favorite. So, and I'm just going to use a little lip gloss in the middle. I think that is my final look. I think that the L'Oreal True Match is really, really great. I'm definitely going to buy this in more colors. What are my thoughts on this? I mean, if you have a really good eyeshadow palette, you really don't need something like this. You could just put a little bit of highlighter in those points. And, I mean, I guess if you want some kind of like a glow, that's what this is for. I don't know if I would buy this again. And give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please ask them. And thank you and welcome to my channel.